Hello to my outstandingly wonderful Sagittarius. This is Brandon with Wow here to bring you another weekend's vibe energy reading for August 9th through the 11th. For everybody new that's stopping by, thank you for spending some time with me. I really appreciate that. For everybody that's returning, I appreciate you guys as well. All of you are awesome. Thank you for giving me just a little slice of your time. I really love doing these readings for you guys, and I hope to continue to be able to do it for you. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. We just had the Lions main evening of the Lions Gate event, which is a couple of weeks of action there. But what it is don't be panicked by a lot of things going on right now. You guys should be receiving a lot of upgrades if you're trying to take that kind of walk. But yeah, there's a lot of changes happening throughout all of the signs. So don't be worried about any little weird tics or any little odd pains you may be experiencing. Maybe you just find yourself without a filter sometimes, or you find yourself thinking in ways that you didn't think before. That's all a part of it. We're all changing. We're all evolving. So just go with it. Let's go ahead and get into it. The way that we do the weekend, or the way that I do the weekend vibes readings on this channel, is I do 2 cards for each kind of Sagittarius out there. Sorry, my mouth was a little juicy on that last word. But the way I do it is I do 2 cards for the single Sagittarius, 2 cards for the Sagittarius that's in a loving couple and you're involved, you're in a relationship, and I do 2 for the Sagittarius that's maybe a bit complicated. Maybe you don't know where you stand with somebody, or maybe things are just confusing in your life right now. But you can pull information from any one of the 2 pairs. You guys are all Sagittarius at the end of the day, and energy is fluid, so there's usually a good bit of information no matter how you status yourself. So let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have for my beautiful Sagittarius coming into the weekend? Well, there it is. You know, sometimes they don't even like to let me finish, but I said you guys are wonderful, in case I didn't get all that out. But the first card to pop out, wow, for the single Sagittarius out there, is to follow that guidance. Listen to that crown energy pouring through you right now. That's where you guys stand right now. You're standing at the top or standing near the top of your mountain right now, looking down on most of everybody that's around you. They can use your guidance even if you're willing to give it to them, but you want to make sure that you're allowing that universal absolute guidance to pour through you, because that's what's happening right now. Anything that's going on in your life that may be a bit hard on you or a bit challenging, you'll get through it as long as you continue to listen to that quiet whisper in your head that's telling you to just calm down and let them handle it. But that's usually what you have to do. Sometimes there's nothing for you to do. Sometimes your spirit team has it. Your ancestors got you, and you just need to sit back and let it rock. But listen to that guidance. Listen to that quiet voice. Go in, meditate. Especially if you're feeling a bit agitated with what somebody is doing to you right now, or with the way things are going, take a little bit of time for yourself to be still, get calm, and then make moves. Also, for my single Sag out there, look at that. Keep that third eye energy going. Listen to the guidance from the cosmic on anything that may be going on in your life. Follow your intuition. Don't necessarily go for the knee-jerk reaction, because a lot of times that's not exactly what we want to do. That's not how we want to vibrate in this universe of ours. So let's make sure that we're following that universal guidance, because it is coming into you. They are trying to tell you what to do. Even if it's not the loudest voice in your head, it is there. And sometimes you have to go internally. You have to take a little bit of time to say, okay. And then you start to get the information that you need to move forward. Okay? It takes a little bit of that internal clarity that you can only get when you still your mind, when you it's not exactly the same as doing nothing, but it is taking time to let your body be still and just let everything move around you, so that you can see everything from every angle, and then you make your play. Okay, but let's make sure that we're doing a little work this weekend, so that we're making sure that we're doing exactly what it is that we're supposed to be doing, that we're following the footsteps that we're supposed to follow. Okay? And for my Sagittarius in love, maybe we need to set up some personal boundaries. Maybe your partner's getting on your GD nerves because they keep overstepping those walls occasionally and doing things that just aren't cool. Sometimes you got to tell them, I didn't even say it, but I said also, excuse my language. Sometimes you got to tell a mofo exactly what the hell not to do or what to do with themselves. Sometimes you got to tell them where to sit, how to spend, and how fast. So let's make sure that we're setting those boundaries so that people understand what it is that is upsetting you. But let's make sure that we're setting boundaries on ourselves so we're not acting out of character or getting out of key. Because we don't want to allow anybody to take us out of this crown energy that you guys have been showcasing all week for the past couple of weeks. Don't allow anybody to knock you out of your throne and try to sit in your seat. That's not what's up. Sagittarius ain't going for that. I know that. Also, for my beautiful Sagittarius, keep that third eye energy going. Make sure that you're seeing every aspect of it. If you have a partnership going on, you have to be understanding for your partner sometimes. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet. Sometimes you have to put boundaries on yourself and say, let me see what's really going on. Let me use my Sagittarian know-how, my Sagittarian insight, my Sagittarian intuition to see exactly what it is that's going on between me and my partner. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to curtail your own anger, your own justified anger. You know, sometimes you're right to feel how you feel, but there is multiple ways to a destination usually. It's not always just one path that you do or you die. No, it's not always like that. Sometimes there's multiple avenues. There's a maybe in there. There's a gray area that you can exist in. And maybe that's what you have to do, is go internally, say maybe this is going on. Let me try to use my intuition to maybe dig a bit deeper and see if there's something else going on with my partner or with myself. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of self-work. It's a never-ending job trying to better the self. Nobody should ever feel like they've got it all together. If you do feel like that, I hope you do, but most of the times that's our ego saying, you don't need to worry about nothing, you're fine, just keep being you. No, sometimes you have to make a little bit of an adjustment on your own network to get the most clear signal, okay? And for my complicated Sagittarians out there, we're going to use sound to our advantage. Put on some music, get your groove on. Like, if something is bothering you, if somebody is causing disillusionment in your life, you want to space and distance yourself from that. And a wonderful way to get away from everything is to put on your headphones, throw on some whatever, classical or whatever, and just let it vibe. Let it do what it wants to do with you. Let music soothe your soul, especially if you're feeling yourself tangled up. If somebody's got you feeling bewildered, then you can untangle those knots with a good tune sometimes, with something that is speaking to your soul, saying. And the weird thing about me with music lately is I'll throw on Pandora or something like that, or throw on YouTube and just let my playlist rock, and the songs will just be directly talking to me and speaking to me and kind of guiding me along, helping me out. That's what it takes sometimes, is letting the universe take care of things, letting that universal guidance do its due, and just you just need to sit back sometimes and let your spirit team take care of everything. Also, for my beautiful, we're staying in that Vasuddha energy, we're staying in the throat chakra energy. We're going to make sure that we're communicating people, especially if you need to set, like with the Sagittarius that it has a couple, that has a relationship, sometimes you have to set boundaries. You have to verbally tell somebody, this is not okay. You have to stop doing this, or I'm going to take a more drastic action. Sometimes you have to go there. But this is about communicating honestly. You clear the air when you speak clarity into the air. So let's make sure that we're doing that and telling people exactly what it is that they can and cannot pull, and exactly what you will do if they continue to rock that way. Sometimes you got to put up a nice little fence to say, hey, you can't cross over here. You can't do that. You have to stop. Or sometimes it's about being honest about, sometimes when you say something out loud, you realize it for the first time that's how you feel. That's what you want to, that's what you've been wanting to say. And it doesn't really dawn upon you sometimes until it just pops out of your mouth. And that has nothing to do with diarrhea of the mouth. That's not just letting things fly. But that is something that is buried within you that just kind of comes out sometimes. And that's what it takes sometimes to make a slight adjustment in your life to make everything that much better. But use the throat chakra to your advantage this weekend. Speak your truth. Speak honestly. Speak firmly and clearly with people. And that can clear up anything that may be confusing you. Get yourself away from that confusion. Get yourself away from the complication by telling people exactly what it is and how it is and how it should be. Okay? Well, that's all I have for you for now, my beautiful Sagittarius. I hope you guys have a safe, fantastically fun weekend. If you're going out, I hope you have fun and be safe. If you're staying in, I hope that's energy right there. But I hope it's exactly the same, and you have a fantastic, fun, safe weekend as well. I'll be talking to you guys soon with your weekly read, but until then, take care of yourself. I love you guys. Peace. Namaste.